welcome everyone tonight. Got a bit of a treat for you with a bit of a big opening, actually. Not too sure at the moment which page I'm going to whack it on YouTube, so either way, definitely recommend you check out the PokeFam Games and Openings YouTube page, as well as the faction. It should be a pretty awesome night. We've got Modern Horizons 2 set booster box to open, so pretty crazy. I have managed to make maybe about 2 or 3 weeks before opening it since I got it, but super enthused to crack it open. You can have a bit of a chilled out night. Got some pretty good quality Jim Beam small batch to go down with it, so real classy night all around. Looking forward to it. Definitely hit that subscribe button on the page. It'd go a big way to making sure that I have more of these kind of box openings to do on the channel. Really super pumped to actually share this experience with everyone. Hopefully we'll have really good openings, get some big time cards. As I've said on a couple of the other streams or videos, really hunting down a few cards. Definitely want to hit up a Ragavan and definitely a Force of Negation. Now both of those cards would go probably straight into my 7-point Highlander deck. If you're not familiar with 7-point Highlander, it's an Australian invented format which is just amazing. Definitely check that out. It is just it's everything good about old school Magic with access to pretty much everything, and it's such a great brewing format as well. I know a lot of the faction boys are really getting into it. A bit of an arms race at the moment, trying to get hands on cards. A lot of us have bought dual lands in the last couple of weeks. I am crazily hunting down an Ancestral Recall, so if anyone sees one at an affordable price, I say affordable, it's not going to be affordable. I'm looking at probably $4,000 plus. So if anyone can actually source one at a reasonable price, let me know. I'm kind of in the midst of selling a few of my big hitting cards to kind of finance it. Definitely a great purchase long term to hold, as anyone will know with the Power 9, but it definitely doesn't make it any cheaper. So with that, definitely going to have a bit of a taste of the old Jim Beam small batch. Very, very tasty. And with that, let's get to it now. Some people are so much more organised than me, in that they usually have scissors or they have a knife or something. My brute strength though did open up the plastic, so that's a good start. Actually, you have to double check I am recording. That would be shocking if I got all the way through this and realised I didn't hit record, especially with some of the tasty card action I will be opening. I want everyone to see. So how do we open this? Obviously just open the lid there, but alright, what have we got there? Okay, so if anyone isn't aware, a set booster box will set you back of Modern Horizons 2. Kind of your recommended retail in Australia at the moment is $330. Comes with 30 packs. There is currently a store in New South Wales selling them for $275. So I kind of don't feel as guilty opening up this when I could possibly get one of those discount boxes after. I was planning on holding it, but yeah, I've got no willpower, none at all. So let's put this box aside there. All right, let's start with the first pack. Now, set boosters come with 1 guaranteed rare and often 2. I think there might be a potential list card spot. List is like a group of cards that aren't in the set, but kind of make it a bit of a subset. All right. What's the best way to say? Now, notwithstanding my lack of willpower, I haven't gone crazy with packs in my life. Certainly nothing compared to the way my family started with Pokemon cards. But, alright, here we go. But, that's not to say that it'll stay that way forever. I'll definitely won't be reading out every card. Hopefully, the settings of at least the webcam on my beautiful face will be better tonight. I've adjusted the settings with a little bit of help from YouTube. First uncommons, Lucid Dreams, Altar of the Goyf, and Glimpse of Tomorrow is the first rare, and Cursed Totem is a second rare. I will have to kind of find my own way of doing this. Dusk Shell Crawler is a foil, so not a huge start. So what I'll do is I'll probably have to kind of chuck the rares up here. I'm not going to bother with like the sorry, it's going to be a little bit the light's going to kind of reflect a bit, and we've got that as the full art card. All right, what's back to? All right, let's see if I can just kind of fold this down so it doesn't interrupt with the video. Yeah, I don't get to do this. I don't get to do this much. I can't remember the last video that I kind of just, or the last box I kind of just cracked. I don't know if I've done it much, besides maybe GPs, where you kind of accumulate a lot of tickets and you end up having to spend it on something at the end and you end up buying boxes. I remember there was a GP in Brisbane, I think 4 or 5 years ago, where the faction boys went up, just accumulated just a ton of tickets. We ended up just walking out with 1 or 2 booster boxes each. Then, as all gamblers do, I guess, we ended up all just cracking it back at the apartment. Just boxes galore, packs, cards everywhere. Ended up having a card fight at the end of the night with all the bulk. It was just an awesome night. All right. Oh, art series. There you go. If anyone that's interested. Don't know if art series cards are worth anything. I wouldn't have thought so. So, first rare, 2 packs. Or first pack, 2 rares, I should say. I am not drunk yet. Constable of the Realm is our first uncommon. Unmarked Grave is the first rare in this pack. We've got an Angelic Curator, Gargadon, and that's pretty sweet. That is a retro foil, Silverlung of the Sea and Sky. Once again, can't pronounce anything, so everyone's going to laugh at me. Don't care, having a blast. Definitely going to have to partake in a little bit more of this tasty beverage. 2 packs in, having lots of fun. Hope you are too. Tell you what, the more likes and the more views I have of this video, then the more likely I'll have to buy another box and run another video. Alright, just throwing pack wrappers on the floor, as you do. That's the art. It's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet art. Okay, let's go. I think the camera's a bit better tonight because I think I've got it at a reasonable height, although the glare certainly is making a bit of a mess with the cards in the background. But we've got the focus on this pack at the moment. First uncommon is Lazartep Chancellor. Sanctified Envec is the rare. Fire and Ice is Fire and Ice a rare. There you go. It's a rare. Blacksmith Skill, and the Arc Bound Slasher, and a Spike Weaver. So 3 rares in a pack. Pretty crazy. We are hitting up with the bulk rares at the moment, though. Well, can you get bulk rares in Modern Horizons too? Probably can. So we're not exactly crushing it with the rares at the moment. The retro foil might be worth a few bucks. All right, full art. I'm definitely enjoying cracking packs. Prophetic Titan is the uncommon to start off with. Scuttle Tide, Specimen Collector, and we've got a mythic, which is Thruster's Tempest's Roar. Seal of Cleansing, Rakdos Headliner, Lose Focus as a foil. Okay. Not the best mythic, but always good to see. Now, from what I've been watching on these booster box openings, and maybe I'm talking mainly out of draft booster boxes, we'll see, is people have been either getting lots of fetches or lots of mythics, and kind of not both. Full art is that. It's pretty sweet art. It's usually me drinking then opening. Tonight I am drinking while opening. Raving Visionary, that's the uncommon. Skyblade's Boon. The Underworld Cookbook. Filigree Attendant, the rare, is Soul Talisman. Cool old school Mishra's Factory. Jade Avenger. Scurry Oak is a foil. Nothing too crazy hot in that pack either. Soul Talisman's going to be like $1 card. So here I have been talking so much game about set boosters you can't miss with value, and we're certainly on track to miss with this box. But very early days. All right, that's the art. All right, I feel like this pack will catch us up. Junk Winder as an uncommon. Rise and Shine as another rare. And Usury's Fortune Flame is another rare. Lots of rares. Nothing particularly you value though. Seal of Removal. Nested Shambler. Cable Initiate. And Reduced to Memory. Alright. Hope everyone's having a good time out there. It's kind of like my first day off with the forced annual leave with the shutdown of the construction industry in Victoria. But it's just kind of good to have a bit of a relaxing day. I did a little bit of work, but nothing crazy. There we go. I think that's damn as far as the full art. We've got the Infiltrator, Brainstone, which is really cool, uncommon. Misty Rainforest Retro, beautiful. That is a lovely hit. I think I'm going to put that there What's the best way of doing it? Maybe like that. But fetch land, Misty. If anyone out there that doesn't play a lot of Magic, Misty, that card's probably in retro. It's probably around about $50. So lovely little hit. You notice the last few days I've been saying the term hits and misses. I found it's actually more of a Pokemon term when I've watched so many Pokemon card openings that I'm starting to get a little bit of Pokemon lingo going. So I don't see the terms hit very often with Magic the Gathering openings, but if people are wondering why the hell I'm saying it, that's the reason. Calibrated Blast is another rare, so you get a heap of rares. Another one, Enchantress's Presence. So 3 rares, including a Misty. Crazy pack, and Faithless Salvaging as the foil. So I think you do get a foil in every pack. So all of a sudden, we're looking pretty good. Now that's how quickly it can change when it comes to opening Modern Horizons 2. Loving the retro. I'm obviously an old school player. I've been playing since like late 93, early 94. So definitely a bit of the old Magic boomer in me. Definitely like the retro stuff. Alright, full art. There we go. Knock yourself out. Goblin Trap Runner was the first uncommon. Batterbone. I actually think I'm going to actually be able to pronounce cards better with more drinks than me. Having said that, this is the card that the boys on the faction chat were kind of laughing at me with the pronunciation. Pronunciation, there you go. And I think Shane even went to the trouble of actually doing a Google search, giving me the recording of how to pronounce that second word. I'm going to give it a shot. Combine Chrysalis. Did I get that right? If I did, in your face, Shane. Alright, here we go. So Yavimaya, Cradle of Growth, another nice hit. There you go, I'll use that word again. It's probably $10 or $15, but nothing to sneeze at. Esper Sentinel, which also isn't too bad a pull. Greed. That card. And an Orchard Strider as the foil. Can't even say Orchard. There we go. So I think we're about 8 packs in. Or this will be the 8th. And looking pretty nice. Looking like a pretty nice start. Probably on par. Or yeah, probably on par, to be honest. There we go. Full art. Alright, I've got a foil island to start us off. We've got so much foil basic lands over the years. The Slasher. We've got the Sphinx. We've got the Vectus Gloves. Healer's Flock. Subtlety, which is a nice mythic actually. I think Subtlety goes for $20. So I guess you haven't even been splitting up in terms of mythics and that. Profane Shooter, nice rare, and a third rare, which is the Chainer Nightmare Adept. So another 3 rares, as well as a foil Mistvault Bridge. I definitely reckon that if you are going to buy a box just to crack, even though you only get 30 packs as opposed to the draft booster box, which you get 36, and it costs $30 more, you'd be crazy not to get the set booster box. The expected value of the EV, as Magic players would say, of the set booster box is significantly higher than the draft booster box at the time of this video. Certainly at the start of the set, it was hugely different. It was like $80, $100 difference. It's definitely come back to be a little bit more even, or more even than that. Full art. All right. Let's go. Probably due for a fetch, I would say. First uncommon. Tyler's Provisioner. Sanctuary Raptor. Chitter Spitter is a rare. Patchwork Gnomes. Mind Collapse. And a foil General Ferocious Rockerick. Okay. All right, I think 10th pack now. What do you reckon out there? Have we done all right with the first 9 packs? I think we're going at maybe just slightly, probably about on par in terms of the packs we've opened compared to how much it would cost compared to what we've got. All right, full art is that. Scoundrel. Uncommon, Blossoming Calm. We've got a Hierarch, which is a nice little pull. $8 to $10, but just one of those cards that's just really awesome to have, to just open. Suspend. Love the Drake. And Lens Flare as the foil. Alright, we're on to the second of the 3 sections of the box. So, alright, full art. Is that the right way? There we go. And we've got another foil swamp. Weird that they've kind of got the foil lands at the start of the pack. Best thing about me opening this box is I don't have to worry about having it in my wardrobe and constantly thinking about opening it. Legion Vanguard. It's an uncommon. Chattering Augur is another uncommon. Diamond Line, not the best. But Counterspell is another uncommon. Floodhound and Goldmine Breach as the uncommon. So pretty bad pack, that one. We've got $1 worth of value out of that. Definitely feeling like we're kind of due to get another fetch land. Is kind of my feeling. I know I've been saying that for a few packs. I only got one at the moment. Okay, full art. It's pretty nice full art. Hydra. Okay, Arcbound Shikari. Arcbound Whelp. Barb Spike. Slag Strider. Aramisa, beautiful. Second fetch. And second Aramisa I have opened in front of the camera in the last few days. I'll put that next to the Misty Rainforest. We've got a Flame Rift. Got a Terminal Agony. And T-Rex Canticle. And the Grave Robber. Beautiful. Well, we did get that fetch. We're on to 2 fetches. How many fetches would I like to open? I won't be too greedy. I will say 4 would be nice. A foil one would be just magnificent. Magnificent. Is that a word? Probably not. Alright, there we go. That's the full art. Starting with the swamp. Come on, let's keep that momentum going. Timeless Witness, it's first uncommon. Violent Toma. Archfiend of Sorrows. Chef's Kiss. Not the most chef's kiss of cards to open, but a chef's kiss nonetheless, and a wonder. That's a cool retro Brainstone, and a foil Sylvan Anthem. So not the best of foils, but you can't be too greedy. What do you think? How are we going? We're pretty much halfway now. All right, boom. That's the art. Upside down. Okay. Start with the forest. Cool. It's pretty cool art. Alright, Capricorn, it's first uncommon. Nithis Paragon. Are we kind of running out of junk rares to open? Maybe we are. Maybe this is our strategy all along. Flydown is the rare. So, once again, not the best, but I really feel like we're closing in on that Ragavan. It's not the cheapest way to try and obtain one, but it is certainly the funnest way. Probably have a... Well, at least the drink is going down a tree. It's cool art, isn't it? Don't even know what card that is. Don't really care. Another foil basic land. This time it's the forest. Now, those of you out there watching this video wondering how our families managed to basically open something every day for the last week. We have been sitting on a bit of product. It's not just going out and shopping every day. Young Necromancer is an uncommon. Graceful Restoration. Glorious Enforcer. Sylvan Anthem again. Is there an orb? Cool old school uncommon. Bone Shards. Lightning Spear as the foil. It's definitely been not the best second section of the box. All right, full art land or full art card. Is that grief? Maybe. Don't know. All right. Yeah, Power Depot is an uncommon. Arcbound Javelier. Abiding Grace. Dragon's Rage Challenger, which is a really nice uncommon, which I'll kind of just put aside here. Ragavan. Oh yeah, look at that. Beautiful. We happen to open it. That's $100. That is $100 that I don't have to spend to get this card. Sometimes the sweetest cards for your decks are the ones that you just kind of crack open yourself. Same thing happened with me with Ren and 6. Last year, I called shot at it. I got my wife generously bought me a pack and just so happened to open that. And Ragavan, here we are. Beautiful, beautiful. Very, very, very happy with that. Gorilla Shaman. Awesome card from the past, Gorilla Shaman. Where are we going to put Ragavan? There we go. Oh, now we're talking. Galvanic Relay and the Chrome Career and Warrior's Lesson. Well, all of a sudden, Ragavan, Aramisa, Misty, 3 cards. We're looking at We're looking at $160, $170 just in 3 cards. Get yourself a set booster box. Get yourself to Facebook. Look it up. I can't remember the name of the store. I think there may be, last check they had like 60 of them left. $270, you really can't go wrong. Free shipping. Trying to think, there was an auction page. One of the Facebook auction pages had a link for it. Just kind of look around. Maybe just type in set booster box into Facebook search. See if it comes up. If you want to draft it, if you want to draft this set, obviously get a draft box. But yeah, boom! Look at this, fantastic. Let's pull up. Felt like we were due. Not gonna lie. Felt like some pretty slim pickings for a while with the packs after the Aramisa. Rakdos Headliner is the uncommon headliner. We've got Blazing Rootwaller, Feast of Sanity, Necrogoyf as the rare, and a Karmic Guide as another. Road to Ruin, and Milliken as a foil uncommon. Alright, I think this has got 12 packs to go. Alright, full art. Boom. Ah, it's signed. Don't know if that means anything. Swap. Lever. First uncommon is Fast and Furious. Love the movies. Said and Done. We've got Piru the Volatile as a rare. We've got the Elder, Steep Through, Tormund's Crypt Keeper. I think that's a list card, Pillage. I haven't actually been paying attention to our list cards. Probably because I haven't really opened anything crazy list-wise yet, have I? Don't think I have. Alright. Now we just need to force a negation and I'll be a happy man. Alright, full art. It's lovely, isn't it? Lovely. Alright, Island starts off. Let's recalibrate for another great card, hopefully. Mystic Redaction. Ghost Lit Drifter. Christian Dockhand. Gaze Well. Geez, I've opened a lot of Gaze Wells. I've got Milliken. Abundant Harvest. And a foil Abundant Harvest. Alright. Last section, so 10 packs to go, I think. Let's hope I open another heavy hitter. Would be nice. Alright, full art is another signed full art. Surely they could be worth. They can't be worth anything, surely. That's Sweet Forest. First uncommon is Flame Tongue Yearling. Cool, we've got the Planeswalker, which is the Gaiadrone Dehada. Running out of room. Harmonic Prodigy is another rare, or as a rare. Seal of Cleansing. We've got the Blazing Rootwaller. And we got a Violentoma. Dryad Arbor. That is a list card that I am familiar with. That's cool. Dryad Arbor I'll put down here. Nothing to sneeze at. All right. Home straight now. Full art is that. Uncommon Goblin Trap Runner. Carth the Line is a rare. Titania is a mythic. Step Through. And Archfiend of Sorrows as a foil. Alright. Nothing super exciting. Titania is a pretty cool card. But the reprint has really hit its price. It's only a couple of dollars. So we've certainly opened up a fair few of the bulk rares. Can't complain though. Not when we are about to open a big card in this pack. Force of Negation. Flame Blitz. Flay Essence. Esper Sentinel, another one. Endurance, that's a nice hit. That's a nice hit. Endurance is a $20 or $30 card. And Vindicate, another rare. Shatterstorm and Piercing Rays. So that was a pretty cool pack. Probably do a bit of a recap at the end of it, kind of just focusing on our heaviest hitters as far as what we've opened. Alright, here we go. We got that as the full art. Probably thinking, why am I showing you all that? Just nice to appreciate good art sometimes. Batterbone. That's the uncommon. That card. Tireless Provisioner. Scalding Tarn. Chef's Kiss. Beautiful. Another hit. Scalding Tarn looking at about $50. Being a heck of a box. As you can pretty much almost expect coming out with these set booster boxes. Solitary Confinement. And we've got a Gorger. Alright. 3 fetches and a Ragavan. So 90, 180, 200, probably $200 in the fetches and the Ragavan alone. Full art is that one. I feel maybe one more big hit to go. Alright, first uncommon is the Sudden Edict. Break the Ice, that's another uncommon. Dam as the rare. Sea Drake, love the Drake. Phantasmal Dreadmaw. And the Foundry Helix is the foil. Alright. Just aside here. So we have, how many packs to go? We've got 5 packs to go. Not looking too bad. Not looking too bad. I had to just kind of snap guess it just by looking at it and having a guess. I think we're probably going to make our money back. But I'm sure when we come down to counting it, we might be pleasantly surprised. All right, full art. Is that definitely getting a lot of the foil lands. Kind of running out of room to place our cards down. So shiny. First uncommon is Sanctuary Raptor. Scurry Oak. Void Mirror. Definitely didn't hit with that. And Braids. And neither do we hit with that. So a bit of a miss with this pack. So shiny as the foil. I think we've also only got one Dragon's Rage Channeler, although we did get the foil the other day, so that was pretty sweet. Alright, 4th last pack. We can do it. I think maybe I've got an inkling that we'll get one foil rare or mythic. It's just a guess. Just a hunch. It's a cool art, isn't it? Maybe I'll put this over here. This over here. That's a bit of the way. Tide Shaper. It's the first uncommon. Liquid Metal Torque. Foundation Breaker. Verdant Catacombs. Beautiful. 4th fetch land. Do you have a look at that? Very happy. 4 fetch lands and a Ragavan. Surely that's made our money back. With the rest of the cards. Scourge Familiar. Glimmer Ban. Flourishing Strike as the foil. It's kind of all gravy now with 3 packs to go. Kind of all gravy. So it's a little bit out of focus. It's the quality of my camera. Just going off the phone with the camera looking down at the cards. Kind of been doing a bit of research the last few days on YouTube. Best setups. I'm going to have to invest in a proper camera one of these days. Kind of just teaching myself as I go along. Look at all these packs on the ground. What a mess. Spend a few hours just cleaning and then I'll just make an absolute mess of myself. There we go. Alright. Come on. Am I being too greedy in asking for a Force of Negation? I think I am. Certainly makes up for the Collector's Booster failure. Squirrel Sovereign. And a Ravenous Squirrel. Go on the Squirrels. Ooh, that's a sweet looking card. Silverland of Sea and Sky. I don't think it's worth a massive amount, but it's a cool looking card. And I've got the Cryptozoologist. It's a word you don't usually hear being said too often in the real world. With a Ranger, and a Kitchen Imp, and a foil Mere Scrappling. Alright. 2 packs. It's been fun. It's been a blast. I can certainly see how people do this for a living, of just having a YouTube channel where they just crack packs. Sounds good to me. Very nice. It's a good drop. All right, 2 to go. See, the thing with the Ragavan is I'm eventually going to have to upgrade it to a foil because I've gone down this disgusting slippery slope of foiling out my 7-point Highlander deck of all things. If it isn't an expensive enough format when you're running around with a deck worth thousands of dollars, you try and foil it out for no real reason. But that's what kind of idiot I am. Yep, we got the camel. That's the first uncommon. The Herd Baloth, the Acolyte, and the rare or a mythic is Bloodbath Marauder. Can't win them all. And the Mog Salvage, and this is a cool looking Tide Shaper, and Prophetic Titan as the foil. Alright, we're down to our last pack. It's been an absolute blast. I really wish I had another box to open because it's been fun. It's been real fun. Boom, okay. Let's save the best till last, hey? There we go. Full art. For the island. For the mirror. Cracking it open. With hard evidence and the shattered ego. Come on, let's go. Battle plan. Squirrel Sanctuary. Would have a sweet squirrel deck if I happen to be drafting with 30 packs. Underworld Hermit. It's a mythic. Sarah's Emercy, not the best. Bone Shredder. Ornithopter of Paradise. And the Battle Plan. And the Rift Watcher. Okay, quite the recap. Let us kind of arrange some of our cards. Now, just as a little bit of an exercise, let's count how many rares and mythics we got. So we got, I won't include the foils in that. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, I'll take out the list card, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. So 50 rares and mythics, not including foils. So it kind of gives you an idea of just how many rares you get in a set booster box, which has 30 packs. Let's have a quick look at some of our heavy hitters, starting with the starring attraction, which is Ragavan, which is a $90 or $100 card. So you got Ragavan there. It's out of focus. I do apologise. We've got Verdant Catacombs, Scalding Tarn, Arid Mesa, and Retro Misty Rainforest. Now, just kind of going off the top of my head, it's not going to be super accurate, but I think Ragavan, you're looking at about $90. Catacombs, you're looking at probably 35, so that's 125. Tarn's still probably about 45, being pretty conservative. So what did I say? So 125, 45 is 170. Arid Mesa is another 20, that's 190. Misty Rainforest, you're looking about 45, so that's 235 just in those 4 cards alone. I've got heaps of cards. What else? That's a pretty sweet pull. Endurance, there's another $20 there, at least. Seeing a bit of play endurance. I'm not sure if that card's worth anything, but it's probably not worth heaps. I mean, lots of these cards I'm kind of going through are still probably going to be worth a few dollars. Even some of these mythics, like the Serra, probably not going to be worth anything more than a few dollars, but they're still kind of adding up. We've got the Hierarch, another $10 there. Solity's worth a little bit as well. And we've got the Cradle. And I've got another mythic there. So yeah, some big heavy hitters there. All in all, I think we pretty much easily made our monies back. Anytime you're opening 4 fetches and a Ragavan, you can't complain too much, can you? It's been an absolute blast. Hit that subscribe button. If I whacked this video on the Factions YouTube account, check us out. Got a website. Thefaction.gg has information about who we are, what we do, who's in our team, contact info. It also gives you a raft of buttons you can click to get to our various social media accounts, including the Factions Facebook account, as well as us having a podcast, which I would generally say is weekly. It's not always, but it's a cracking podcast with some absolute legends on our team. Check it out. We're about 30 episodes in. It's a really cool podcast if you just want to have a nice balance between talking about the game, talking about experiences in the community, and the Melbourne community especially. If you're part of the Melbourne community, check it out, because there's half a chance your name's going to be dropped at some stage. We've also got, we've got Facebook, we've got the podcast, we've got Twitter. I can't remember what the Twitter account is at the top of my head. We've got Instagram, we've got it all. And also check out my own family's personal YouTube account at PokeFam, POKEFAM, Games and Openings, which my wife and sons have been cracking open Pokemon packs and products, and I've even been getting in on the act with some Magic the Gathering stuff myself. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for joining. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I will be sure to see you very shortly. Thanks once again. See you later.